Before you do a little day drinking, you might need some medical advice telling you not to do that. I don't know. Maybe that's on his mind. We'll find out. Dr. Craig DeLisi. Hi, doctor.
Hey, good morning, Kerry. How are you?
Good. So day drinking.
So what?
Our song, Little Big Town. Gonna do a little day drinking.
Okay.
Not a good idea, I'm assuming, doctor.
When you say day drinking, you just mean what?
It's not water they're talking about, doctor.
That's right.
They're not talking about staying hydrated.
That's right. So, alcohol in moderation, I think, is okay. I think the issue with it is just the excess and of course drinking to impairment. I think those are the big concerns. Just about every medical study that's done on alcohol use really consistently shows health benefits when done in moderation. But I will say moderation is definitely not what probably you're describing right now. But moderation is defined as a single drink a day for women and 2 drinks for men, and that can really be of any form. It's not just kind of the traditional glass of wine. It could be a beer or a shot of whiskey. And so when patients ask me about that, I just I say, hey, if you're able to do that and have 1 or 2 beers and it not really be 5 or 6, then I think that's fine. So alcohol, I'd say, is not an unhealthy thing and may have some health benefits when it's done in that way, but obviously what you're talking about is a bit different, and that's concerning for other reasons.
So, Little Big Town, you heard the doctor. Let's get back into the recording studio, and as opposed to day drinking, it's moderation drinking. It doesn't have the same ring, though.
No, it doesn't. I don't think that's going to sell many songs, many clicks on Spotify.
So I earlier did a weather forecast about 5 minutes ago. It's going to be so gorgeous. People are going to start going outside, spending time outdoors. That's good for your health, I would think, overall. But everything is a balance in life, it would appear. So let's talk about the benefits of getting outdoors, enjoying this beautiful area we call home, but doing so in a safe way. Your thoughts?
Yeah, this time of year is amazingly beautiful. I think that's why people love the spring and the fall, because you can be outside and enjoy it and not worry about the same things that exist in July and August from a heat standpoint. Mm-hmm. I think there's very little downsides. Being outside is good for you physically because you're usually doing something active. The sunshine on the skin promotes vitamin D production. It increases serotonin levels, which help with mood. And so really I can't say, there's really not much I can say in the negative. If it's particularly sunny and someone's fair-skinned, maybe wearing sunblock to be careful. And I think if it is cooler, sometimes you don't think about that. You don't think about sun exposure. But certainly, if you're out on the lake or just out in the sun for a long period of time, even this time of year, you still can get sunburn. So that's one small thing I would say to pay attention to. But generally speaking, I just think the more people are outside, the better. And particularly as our culture is increasingly digitized, I think that we have lost that in so many ways, and so I think it's a great thing. Love to see people outside.
Yeah, get outside. We got some great city parks. Walk around those. Maybe put some sunblock on, and that will block the harmful rays. But you mentioned sunshine on the skin. You absorb vitamins from that. Does sunblock block your absorption of vitamins?
Yeah, it can actually a little bit. It is the UV rays that promote that. And so that is a bit of a downside. So it does seem like conflicting messages when doctors say, "Hey, spend at least such and so amount of time out in the sun, and then by the way, you don't get sunburn." But partly it's because it doesn't require a lot of time. So for lighter skinned people, for Caucasians or anyone who's light skinned, if you're outside between the hours of 10 and 4 for 30 minutes a day on average, that's enough to produce for your skin to produce the amount of vitamin D that you need. And so that's not very much, and certainly not long enough to get sunburn. And so, but yeah, anything that goes on the skin is a barrier. They almost all have zinc oxide, which is just a physical barrier. It does prevent that a little bit, but it doesn't eliminate it. So if you have sunblock on and you're out there for 5 or 6 hours, you're still gonna get the benefits of that.
So to wrap up our conversation with a ribbon today, don't do any day drinking. If you do, maybe moderation. But today, get outside for about 30 minutes. Absorb the sunshine. Yeah. That just wraps it up full circle. I'm a professional doctor.
You are very good, Gary.
Well, I'm a professional, doctor, not a professional doctor. That's you. That's you. That was awkward syntax. Anyway, Dr. Craig DeLisi with Titus Regional Medical Center. He joins us every Tuesday.